Blowing up, bonking, hitting the wall, whatever you want to call it, there really is no shortage of this happening in triathlon. You will find in any endurance sport, this can and does happen, and trust me, it's not a pleasant experience to go through. In fact, it's absolutely brutal. There is a common misconception though that bonking is just an intense tiredness, and something commonly experienced by normal people, but this just isn't the case and is incorrect. In simple terms, bonking is when your body runs out of energy completely and has no fuel left in the tank. This fuel is glycogen, and to prevent this happening, you'll see athletes taking on nutrition, whether this being gels, solids or liquids that provide you with an energy source. Now, failure to keep everything topped up leads to problems, as you're about to see, with ultimately your body shutting itself down to protect itself from any serious damage. The most famous example of this was Johnny Brownlee at the World Triathlon Series event in Cozumel, Mexico, where he well and truly bonked and hit the wall, and was carried over the line by his brother Alistair, who sacrificed his race to help him. When this does hit you, it's already too late to do anything at this point, as your body has already started to shut itself down, and you will often go through confusion, disorientation and extreme fatigue alongside this. The heat in Cozumel will definitely have exacerbated the situation and been a big contributing factor to this. In fact, it's quite possible that Johnny simply underhydrated and was just in an extreme fluid deficit, where he was simply losing way more liquid through sweat than he was replacing. Either way though, his body shut down, causing him to collapse. You will see he's also gone extremely pale and doesn't know actually what's going on around him. It's almost as if he's drunk. It's this symptom that really stops you from going on, as you just have zero awareness and no control of the situation. Another great example is Sarah True at Ironman Frankfurt. Again, the weather was record-breakingly high, but towards the end of a race she lost all control, started to sway, fall over, and just dig herself a hole she couldn't get out from. In Ironman racing, the perfect conditions to bonk are basically provided to you, as you're exercising for up to 17 hours at a time, non-stop, with the world's best still taking 7 and a bit hours, so you're out there for a long time, and falling into a deficit can happen super easily, and this will almost certainly creep up on you as the race progresses, as it did to Sarah. When you lose this control, athletes will often try to carry on, as that's almost all they know, and it's what they think they need to do, when in fact it's just speeding the bonking process up and putting the nails in the coffin. Sarah True kept going and literally collapsed within touching distance of the finish line, and for me this has got to be one of the most brutal examples of this happening in the triathlon world. It was the help provided to her by a fellow competitor, in my opinion, that broke her rhythm up completely and finished her off, as once she'd stopped and slowed down, it's virtually impossible to find that rhythm again. Although the likelihood is she was never actually going to make it to the finish line. The notorious crawl in 1997 from Welsh and Ingram, I think that's how you pronounce the name anyway, is probably the most epic example of this happening. Not that it's actually cool to go through this though, with them both losing control of their legs completely and having to crawl to the finish line. What incredible mental strength they must have to be able to do this. And this has almost turned into a big spectacle within the Ironman racing world, and is still viewed and continues to leave people mesmerised 25 years after the event. Let me know if you guys have ever bonked down below in the comment section and what you think of this. Is it dangerous, cool, or just stupid? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.